Everyone, I'm Yalini, currently a grade 11 student, passionate about neuroscience, psychology, and all such things. Welcome to my Minds Unspoken, a space where we talk about brain, student life, and mental health, and the thoughts they usually keep unspoken. I'm truly excited because this is our very first episode, and the person we have here today is one of my favorite friend, Vaishya Shri. We warmly welcome you, Vaishya.
Thank you so much, Shalini. Thank you.
Thank you. We are just going to have some real conversations about overthinking, pressure, and what actually happens inside your teenage mind. So, yeah, let's begin, Vaishya. Hey, everyone.
Hey all, I'm Vaishya. So I'm from Shivanaketan School. I'm someone who loves creativity and story writing. I'm really passionate about story writing, and I also like to make crafts using pipe cleaners because I love to create unique things with my hands. Apart from all these, I like to sing songs in my free time. Music is my best friend. And thank you so much, Shalini, for inviting me to your podcast for the very first time. I'm ready to share my thoughts with you all. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much, Vaishya, for your introduction. Now we'll move on to the questions. So, your first question is: have you ever felt the pressure to appear productive all the time, even if you're mentally tired?
Whole of my 10th standard, I only did that. My math mark was so low. I was mentally so tired, so disturbed when I saw those marks, and I was not able to concentrate also. So my concentration in the other subjects got so low.
Yeah, that is one important thing which all students should focus on. Even if you fail in one subject, you'll automatically lose scope in all other subjects.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
So that made my total drop down like something. And all this happened when my boards was 2 months away. The pressure was so real. So I started acting productive. Even though I was not productive, I started acting productive in order to make people believe around me. So I woke up at 5 a.m. I was not able to focus completely. If I worked out 10 sums, other 2 sums then with the 8 sums gone. But I acted like productive in order to satisfy my own guilt, in order to make believe believe people around
You'll just
me.
be staring at the notebooks and sitting.
I'll be staring at the notebook. I'll
Do
be
you like
working.
maths actually?
I completely hate it, to be honest.
That's why it didn't come.
Yeah, I completely hate.
You have to like a subject if you want to excel.
Yeah.
That is one thing.
I think that's an subconscious thought which I fixed in my mind. புடிக்காதுன்னு சொல்லி புடிக்காம போயிருச்சு.
Yeah, பிடிக்கும்னு சொன்னா ஒரு 10 daysல you will feel a change. Yeah.
அதுக்கேத்த மாதிரி மேக்ஸ் மார்க் கம்மியாச்சு. So I entirely started hating it.
Yeah. It depends on what you believe.
Yeah. Definitely.
If you believe that max will come சரளமா எனக்கு வரும் நம்புனீங்கன்னா ஒரு 10 நாள் ஆக you'll automatically get
maybe இருக்கலாம். நான் ஃபர்ஸ்ட்ல இருந்து I did not believe that. I ஃபர்ஸ்ட்ல இருந்து from the very first exam till my board exam I said எனக்கு மேக்ஸ் வராது. போர்டு ஹாலுக்கு போறதுக்கு முன்னாடி கூட I was saying my friends எனக்குலாம் மேக்ஸ் வராது.
வரலனாலும் you should have said it will come. நான் நம்புறேன்.
I think I should have said that. வரலன்னு சொல்லி வராம போயிருச்சு.
Okay. So your next question is, I think one of the saddest things is that students feel guilty for taking breaks while studying.
Yeah.
Why do you think that rest is sometimes seen as laziness by from the point of view of the society?
So I think the society have framed it that way. Rest edutha it's seen as laziness. So they framed it that way. Productive children, topper children study constantly, so only they're getting good marks. They're not even taking breaks.
Actually, they take breaks.
Yeah, that's an unspoken assumption. Nobody speaks about that.
Do you take breaks while studying?
No, I study ruthlessly, to be honest. If I study for 2 hours, I'll take break for 10 minutes. I think that is the bad thing which I did. I think that's the way the society have framed, and the children have the thought subconsciously. Break எடுத்தா நம்ம டைம் waste பண்றோமோ we are thinking that.
Even if we take break for 10 minutes, our parents will be like 10 நிமிஷத்துல எவ்வளவு பண்ணலாம் தெரியுமா? You could have learned the page, you could have solved 2 sums. Don't take breaks.
Exactly.
But I personally believe that breaks are necessary when studying, and I took breaks.
So they create a mental peace after building a lot of pressure. They create a mental peace. I think,
Now we'll move on to the next segment. Social media connects people, but at the same time, it silently increases comparison between people. You know, we look at someone online and feel like everyone else has figured out their life except me. You know, we all feel that way. Even I feel at
Yeah.
times. So, what's your comment on it?
I certainly feel that so much, so badly, so hardly. So the thing is, nowadays the influencers are teenagers, and they're managing their social media and academics so well. They're getting good marks, and that arises a thing of self-doubt. I started self-doubting myself. அவங்களால மல்டி டாஸ்கிங் பண்ண முடியும், நம்மளால ஏன் பண்ண முடியல? அவங்க they're good at everything, but I'm not good at even one thing. அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி we all teenagers are getting that inbuilt thought. So we started comparing more than our parents comparing. We started comparing ourselves. She or he is doing better than me. Why can't I?
At a point of time, we stop believing that we could do it.
Yeah.
We think that we are not suitable for any one thing.
Some or the other way, it's affecting us so badly. They are not doing any bad to us, but some or the other way, it's affecting us so badly. And I think that creates a comparison, that creates anxiety, stress. நம்மளே வந்து நம்ம வாழ்க்கை we have not figured out our lifeங்கிற மாதிரி we have decided.
Yeah, we will start comparing our life with everyone else surrounding us.
Yes.
I also particularly think that social media affects your attention span.
Definitely. Instagram reels affect so badly. If I start scrolling Instagram, it takes hours to come out of it because the feed is so good, you know.
We'll think like we'll take break for only 5 minutes and we'll end up watching Instagram reels for like 1 hour or 2 hours.
Instagram feed is so good that I can't come out. Really, ரொம்ப நல்லா இருக்கு. என் சிச்சுவேஷனுக்கு தகுந்த மாதிரி it will give, I don't know how. Better than anyone, my Instagram understands me so well.
You're saying that your AI understands better than anyone else.
It gives me reels perfect according to the situation, you know. I love that.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know how it's figuring out, but I love it. I definitely love it. So I can't come out of it, and it takes my attention so badly. That too, when I'm studying, I completely forget to study. Instagram kulle poiruven nanu.
Guys, this is definitely not a paid promotion. I'll make it clear personally.
Create an Instagram account and better comment to Insta. It's so good.
I will think about it, Vaishya. I thought of getting into Insta after 18, you know.
Oh, good girl. I thought of getting into Insta after 15, so that I got into.
Hey, that's your wish. I'll not interrupt it. Okay, now let's move on to the next discussion.
Definitely.
So the next topic which we will be discussing is, many students today aren't afraid of getting bad marks. They are actually afraid of disappointing the people around them, you know. The parent, especially with the parents and the teachers who believe that particular students the most. You know, இவங்க ரொம்ப என்ன நம்புறாங்கன்னா அவங்க ட்ரஸ்ட் பிரேக் பண்ண கூடாதுங்கிறதுக்காகவே they'll, you know, put their utmost efforts and do everything for them.
Even I personally don't have any regret in getting bad marks. But I cannot say to my parents because they belong to a generation where mark was everything.
Yeah, definitely.
Even we are saying that generation only. Mark matters everything now.
You know, in some top universities right now, marks are only like 50%.
Yeah.
How they define you or how they judge you. The another 50% depends on your extracurriculars.
Social skills, communication skills.
Your honors and awards from all your extracurriculars and all such things. But
the top prestigious universities like Harvard and Stanford follow those kind of things.
Yeah.
I think it's a very good thing. But most of the Indian colleges here demand marks.
Of course. Marks doesn't solely define who you are actually.
Definitely. I've seen many toppers good at, not toppers, many average students who are good at communication skills, their accent and all is so good, but they're not able to put it in the paper. Just because they're not able to put it in the paper.
Maybe they're so good at some of the things. We cannot define them using the marks and all.
They may have the talent which a topper student do not have.
Of course. Definitely.
But here, what's in the paper judges you. We can't say anything to that.
Yeah, maybe after 10 years, the students will not face it.
Maybe marla.
Yeah, definitely. So, what does failure mean to students today? What do you think?
எனக்கு ஃபெயிலியர்னா ஐ வில் சே மார்க்ஸ், கண்டிப்பாக மார்க்ஸ் தான். பிகாஸ் தட் இஸ் கன்சிடர்ட் அஸ் ஃபெயிலியர். நீ மார்க்ஸ் வாங்கலைன்னா நீ நல்லா படிக்கலை. அது ஒரு ஜட்ஜ்மெண்ட்டாக போயிடும் உங்களுக்கு. உங்கள் மார்க்ஸ் வச்சு தான் யூ கெட் இன் டு காலேஜஸ் ஆல்சோ. There's foreign universities are the different topic. Indian universities, marks only matters, your cutoff matters. So for me failure is this, marks கம்மியா இருந்துச்சுனா தான் எனக்கு failure தான். So everybody started எனக்கு 95% வேணும், 95% வேணும், even 90% comes, they are considering it as a failure. I've seen my many friends like that.
ஆமா, இப்போல்லாம் வந்து 94% வந்தாலும் ஐயோ நான் 97 எதிர்பார்த்தேன், it didn't come. Why they are acting like that?
It's still a good percent, but
yeah, even
people
I was
are
like
there
that
with
before
77.
6 months. Even I was like that. I got 94% and I was like, what? Just 94? I was like that. But now I understand, like, okay, marks doesn't define you.
Yeah, see, this is the problem. 94% is not enough for you.
No,
Meanwhile, me with 87%, I so badly wanted 90%. I only got 87%.
Did it affect your life after that?
So badly. I was in complete depression. நான் வந்து அப்பதான் எனக்கு டிப்ரெஷனே என்னன்னே புரிஞ்சது. இத்தனை நாள் சும்மா டிப்ரெஷன் சுத்திட்டு இருந்தோம் போல. I lost interest in everything. I was simply staring at the ceiling, fan பார்த்துட்டு இருப்பேன். I don't know how tears will come out of my eyes. But I'll be not crying. It somehow the other way badly affected my mind because that is not my marks. நான் போட்ட hard work, I deserved more. Because English was my very strong subject. I got 8 marks less than that. I expected a 99. I did not get it. So yeah, everybody in my school asked me, "Yen kammi aichu English la mattum yen." So I was like completely depressed. Innane puriyala. It took me whole week to come out of it. Avladhaan அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி I just came out of it. It even affected me so badly because I thought marks is everything. அப்படி நினைச்சதால I took it so personally.
Yeah.
It took me whole 1 week to come out of it. Results வந்து ஒரு 1
Who helped you actually to come out of it?
My mother. Because
what did she do?
She was the first person when my 10th started. She said 90% எடுக்கலனா அவ்வளவுதான் அப்படின்னு. But when I got 87, she was there to support me. My mother and my sister, my strongest support system. They both were constantly saying, it does not define your life. Let's see it in 12th. 12th la sethu vechu eduthuko.
Yeah.
So that all consoled me very much. Their support made me realize that marks are nothing. When you have people like this, marks are nothing.
Of course, when we have people.
So I am lucky that way.
87% was a very good mark, Vaishya. Please don't. What's the one thing students wish adults understand better about their teenage life?
Okay. Maybe marks play a major role in that.
Okay.
A lot of parents want their child to score 90% and all. Even though the child does it, they want more. Even
what do you want them to understand?
Mark எடுக்கலனா leave them, no, let them.
I'm noticing it from the first Vaishya. Whatever questions I ask, you're connecting it with the marks.
Definitely.
It's very obvious.
Can you see how marks have, deeply it has affected me so much.
Yeah,
trauma.
It's obvious.
Yeah. Real life example, walking example. Marks affect a person so much. Okay. Whatever you ask me, I connect it
with the marks. Yeah. I can see it. Okay, I personally want the parents to understand about their dreams.
Okay.
அவங்களுக்கு என்ன ambition, அவங்களுக்கு என்னன்னு பார்த்து they have to focus on it. வராதத புடிச்சு அந்த குழந்தை மேல இது பண்ணும்போது obviously they will not excel in it.
Yeah.
அதுக்கப்புறம் அந்த குழந்தை மேல கோவப்படுறது pointless அதான். அதனால அவங்களுக்கு என்ன வருமோ let them do it. Support them to do it or whatever it is. அதனால அவங்களோட ambitions, அவங்களோட dreams, parents should definitely
no matter
support.
they are achieving or not, let's support.
Yeah, that's one.
That child will get a pleasure in that.
Yeah. Even if they do not excel in that category, the parents should support.
Yeah.
I feel that way. So yeah, we have come to the end of the session, Vaishya. So now I'll be asking you some rapid fire questions.
Definitely.
And you have to answer
Sure.
me one word answers, okay? Morning person or night owl?
Night owl.
Same. One thing that instantly calms you down.
Listening to music.
Telepathy, you know, same answers. I thought the
I
same
think
answers,
all
actually.
teenagers give this answer.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. What's the biggest student struggle?
Academics.
Academics?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. Okay. To some students,
Yeah.
not to all students. One habit that improves mental health to you.
Again, music.
Music.
A nature walk. A music with nature walk feels divine. And I like to gaze at the moon. I'm a selenophile. I like it so much.
One message to your future self.
எப்படி இருக்கீங்க நல்லா இருக்கீங்களா are we doing good and yeah, if I have to ask my future self anything, I really want to see my future self so badly. Like I want, still now I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't have any aims and all, so I have to ask my future self, நம்ம என்னதான் பண்றோம் futureல, you know what we are doing அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி I can ask. I should
What
ask.
do you want to succeed in your near future?
A happy and a successful life.
What is success?
A carefree life, or maybe a rich life.
Rich life?
Yeah, and a stress-free career life.
What career are you planning right now?
I'm more into computer science.
Computer.
Yeah, so maybe IT or whatever it is. Whatever the future takes me to, I'm just going with the flow. That's it.
Okay. Thank you.
Oh, what do you want to say to your future life?
Me,
Yeah. Future self, I'm sorry.
future self, I just want to say, whatever you do, keep doing.
Okay.
more than enough.
Oh God, very nice.
Thank you. I think today's conversation proves that teenagers carry far more mentally than emotionally that most of the people realize. And maybe the first step is to have a real conversation like what we did right now. And thank you so much, Vaishya, for accepting my invitation and joining me here on the very first episode of Minds Unspoken.
Thank you so much for having me. Feeling very lucky to be the
Yeah.
first one.
Okay. yeah, definitely. And to everyone watching till the end of the video, take care of your mind, or take care of yourself the same way that you take care of your goals, because behind every successful student is still a human being. See you on the next episode. This is Minds Unspoken.
And to all
Bye-bye.
teenagers out there, you're doing a good job.
Yeah, definitely.
Bye.